just a basic observation. It's never good to see something come out of a major pattern like this and have no support. It just screams, look out, run for cover, so to speak. This has been a slow development. But I think what sticks out for me, first of all, is the 53-day moving average is now in play. It hasn't been in play for a while. You have to go back to December. Obviously, that needs to hold. We've already broke the 2021 ascending trend line with this big breakdown here that actually corresponded with this sharp drop on the June 21st. Downside support comes in here on May 23rd low at spot 743. If we don't get any support there, then there's the 200-day simple moving average at spot 642. And then after that, we can begin to entertain the March 11th high, which comes in at spot 544. I think really the measured move target of this particular symmetrical triangle pattern, it's 75%, and it targets a final price of spot 251, which would be a significant decline. I think a possibility, just because if the market does, the broader market does come under weakness, is a lot of the cryptocurrencies have either tested, are testing, or actually are already below the 50-week simple moving average. So if we were to see that type of scenario take place with MATIC, it would be about a 60% decline from where we're at, and it would correspond to the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement of the advance in 2021. You also note that that equals an area of congestion that goes back to March and April this year before we had the explosive run up. So that would be, I think, the worst case scenario. Getting to the 75% measured target seems a little bit too extreme for me, and the max downside would be the 50-week moving average, which is spot 379. On the upside, really at this point, it would take, you'd have to start with a close above the June 22nd low, which is spot 920. If you get that, then you can begin to consider getting above the apex of the symmetrical triangle. You get a daily close below there, things have obviously changed and things have improved for MATIC, and then you go forward to the 50-day simple moving average, which comes into 1.30. And then after that, you can entertain much higher prices. But at this point, it looks lower, with the May 23rd low really critical at this point.
I see. Yeah, like everything looks bearish, guys. Everything looks a little bit bearish, and yeah, like the only area of support that I see for MATIC right now is actually exactly around the setup trend line, which kind of like coincides with the May 23rd low of 74 cents per se, right? And then you have the 200 day simple moving average, which is currently trading at around 64 cents. But I'm getting a buy signal on the daily chart, right? And as you can see here, right, like this buy signal on the daily was actually validated, which led to a potential an upswing to this descending trend line, right? Then on June 25th, actually June 26th, we also got another buy signal right here by the TD sequential indicator, which kind of like helped push prices to the descending trend line. And now right here, after 9 days of just constant pain, we're getting another buy signal, also a combo 13 here, which could have the strength to bring it up to this descending trend line again, right, before another rejection to potentially the setup trend line at 74 cents, or the 200-day moving average currently sits at 64 cents. Like the rest of the cryptos, I will not be leaning bullish on MATIC until I see a close above this descending trend line. And if that happens, I'll basically be targeting the 100-day simple moving average or the 200-day simple moving average. If that doesn't happen and we actually get a rejection, I'll continue to lean bearish with a potential downswing to 74 cents or maybe 63 cents. But if it breaks below 63 cents, then yeah, we'll potentially be looking at a downswing to either 53 cents or maybe something like 43 cents. But for now, I'll be looking for a potential rebound to the descending trend line before a rejection, to get basically lower lows. I don't know if you, Akash, do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, I think the L2 scaling solution hype MATIC is done. And no matter how many partnership it posts now, it's done. I think MATIC's time is done. Yeah, so as for this thing, it's reacting off of the range low here. Uh, so from a lower time frame perspective, there's a support level here at 83 cents. Uh, I think there's going to be congestion here because of this price action over here. Same again, like I discussed last time, we could go here if BTC goes up. But typically, I think if we kind of lose this area, we probably will easily come down to this level, which
What
is
level?
48 to
To
28.
basically 29 cents? Is that what you're saying?
Yep, 29 to 48 cents. Seems like a really good area to consolidate, form a bottom, and then reverse, depending on how the market goes.
Okay. Okay. Um, so I mean, you're also like looking at the potential. I mean that level that you drew there is kind of like also where the 200 day moving average sits, which is basically around like 74 cents or so. So you're also kind of like waiting to see how prices react around that level for a potential rebound, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if
Yeah, so
not, yeah. Mhm.
like I mentioned, we're going to see consolidation here. And if there's a lot of selling activity on Bitcoin, and then like the price shatters the 28K level, and then it goes below that 27,000, 26,000, we're easily going to see the 200 moving average get invalidated. And then we'll move into this zone, which is probably going to be the bottom for MATIC. We might get a sweep below the 28 cents, but typically I think this is where the bottom is for MATIC. Right, that is assuming that Bitcoin goes down to 25-ish levels. Anything beyond that, and probably if Bitcoin goes very close to the 20,000 level, then I think we're gonna go lower. But for now, from a short-term perspective, from short to mid-term perspective, I think 29 to 48 is a really good level to see MATIC consolidate a bottom.
All right. All right. That's good to know. So yeah, we'll have to. We're all paying close attention to Matic, right, and the reaction that we'll have to the 200-day moving average, since that will determine whether it has potential to rebound or not. I mean, on the daily chart, we're currently getting a buy signal, which all the previous 3 buy signals that the TD sequential indicator has given on the daily chart have been validated and have created like bullish momentum for a short-term upswing. The same thing could happen now, but I personally wouldn't be longing Matic right now. I would just wait for it to go down to the 200 and then from there basically long it, or just wait for it to break above the kind of like the descending trend line that is currently forming, that basically will have to close around above 96.5 for me in order to go long on this.